Alright, let's look at the homework 4.2, 4.3, problem number 12. Alright, so let's use Gauss-Jordan elimination to solve this system of linear equations. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, first we have to turn this into a matrix, so that's pretty easy, right? So you have a 4, 18, negative 47. Then you have a vertical line here, negative 121, and you have a 3, 31, negative 80, then we have negative 190. And last one is 1, 7, negative 18, and then negative 44. Alright, so first we would like to turn this guy, we would like to have a 1 here. Alright, we want to get 1. Alright, so easiest way to do is, since there's a 1 sitting right here, so I'm going to just do switching rows. So I'm going to switch row 1 and row 2. Actually, sorry, row 3. Alright, so then you end up getting equivalent matrix. Alright, so this is just the switching rows. So you're going to get 1, 7, negative 18, negative 44. Alright, second row stays the same, 3, 31, negative 80. And then negative 190. Alright, then this is going to be 4, 18, negative 47, and the negative 121. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so now we already have 1 here, so that's good. But what we need to do is we want to turn this into 0. Right? We can do that by take row 1, since we want to get rid of 3, so we multiply by negative 3 and add it to row 2, and which is going to be our new row 2. Right? And then we need to turn 4 into 0. So we're going to use again row 1, multiply by negative 4 and add it to row 3, and that's going to become our new row 3. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so here is the new matrix. Alright, so there's nothing happened to the first row. So first row is unchanged. So 1, 7, negative 18, negative 44. Alright, then 1 multiplied by negative 3 added to 3, so that's 0. Alright, 7 times negative 3 is negative 21, added to 31, so that's 10. Alright, so you have negative 18 times negative 3, so that's what? 3 times 8 is 24, so it's 54. So it's going to be positive 54 added to negative 80 would be negative 26. Alright. Then here, let's see, negative 44 times negative 3 would be, let's see, 12, so 132. Alright, so 132 added to negative 90, so it's going to be negative. Alright, so 132, so it's going to be 58, negative 58. Alright, so let's make sure 132, yep, so that will work out. Alright, so we got that, so that's the second row. Alright, so for the third row, we multiply by negative 4. So 1 times negative 4 added to positive 4 would be 0, which is what we wanted. Right? And you have a 7 times negative 4 would be that's negative 28. So negative 28 is added to 18, so it's going to be negative 10. All right. So let's see, negative 18 times negative 4, so that's 4 times 8 is 32, and 4 times 1, so it's a 72, right? So 72 is added to negative 27, so 72 minus 47, I have to do it on the side, so it's going to be 12 minus 7 would be 5. And 6 minus 4, so it's 25. So it's going to be 25, positive 25, right? So we got that. All right, then let's see, we have to do 44, negative 44 times negative 4. So it's going to be 16, so 172. So 172, right? Actually, 176, isn't it? All right. So hopefully I do these things correctly. So 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 4 is 16, so 176. And then you have to add it to negative 121, right? So this is going to be 1 here, 5 here. 5 times 2 is going to be 5, so it's going to be 55. So we have 55 here, all right? So we are done with the first column. So you can see you got we got 1 here and 0 there and 0 there. All right. So we're done with the first column. All right. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get a 1 right here. All right. Actually, before I do that, let's see. I'm going to stick with the same order. So you go to the second row and look for the leftmost non-zero element, which is currently 10. So I'm going to divide through by 10 to get the these guys. So let's see. So we're going to take row 2 and divide through by 10, right? Then that's going to be a new row 2. Right, so let's get that. So I'm going to go up here. So that's going to be equivalent to this matrix. All right, no change is done to first row and the third row, so I'm going to copy it. 1, 7, negative 18, and a negative 44. Alright, so then we divide second row through by 10, so you have a 0. Alright, 10 becomes 1, which is what we wanted. And then we're going to have a divide by 10, so it's a negative 2.6. Alright, negative 5.8. Alright, then you have nothing happened to the last row, so it's 0. Negative 10 and 25 and 55. Right? So we got 1 here. Right? Then what we need to do is we need to turn this guy into 0 and turn this guy into 0. So let's do that. So take row 2, because leftmost 1 is in row 2. Then we're going to multiply by the negative of the number you want to get rid of. So we want to get rid of 7, so we're going to multiply by negative 7 and add it to row 1. Then this is going to be our new row 1, right? Then we're going to get rid of negative 10. So we're going to multiply R2 by positive 10, then add it to R3. That's going to become our new row 3. Alright, so let's do that. So this is going to give us this new matrix. Alright, it's just a little tedious, but we should be able to get it done. Alright, so no change in row 2, so I'm going to just copy 0, 1, negative 2.6, and the negative 5.8. Right? So let's do that. Let's see. I'll do the third row. So I'm going to multiply this by 10, add it to 0. So it's 0. Multiply 1 by 10, add it to 10. So that's 0, which is what we wanted. I multiply this guy by 10. So negative 26. Add it to 25. So it's going to be negative 1. Right? And multiply negative 5.8. So it's negative 58. Add it to 55. So it's going to be negative 3. Right, so we got that. Then we just have to multiply by negative 7. So let's do the first row. Right, 0 times negative 7 added to 1 is still 1. So these things will never change. Right, 1 multiplied by negative 7 added to positive 7. That's 0. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, so this one, so you have a negative 2.6 times negative 7. So what's that? 2.6 times 7, right? It's going to be 6 times 7, 42. And 2 times 7 is 14. So it's going to be 18. So 18.2, right? So this is going to be 18.2 added to negative 18, so it's going to be 0.2, right? And then we're going to multiply, let's see, negative 5.8, so you have a 5.8, and multiply by negative 7, so negative sign's gone, so multiply by 7. And the 7 times 8 is 56. Right, 5 times 7 is 35, so it's a 40. It's a 40.6. Right, so it's going to be added to negative 44. So it's going to be negative 3.4. Right, so we got that. All right. Then we look at the third row, and the leftmost non-zero element is currently negative 1. So I'm going to change that to positive 1. So that's actually pretty easy to do. So we just have to take row 3 and then multiply by negative 1. All right, I'm going to just, so this is just a computation. I'm going to just erase those. All right, so we have that. And since this is easy enough, so I'm going to change it right on here. So I'm going to change that to positive here and a positive there. Right? So we get exactly what we wanted here. So it's 1. Right? Then we need to change these guys to 0. Right? So, to change this guy, so take row 3. Then we're going to multiply by positive 2.6. Then add it to row 2. That's going to be our new row 2. Right? Then take our 3. And we need to get rid of 0.2. So multiply by negative 0.2. Add it to row 1. That's going to be our new row 1. Right? So this is going to be, alright, so there's no change in row 3. Row 3 is finished. So I'm going to just copy that. So we have 0, 0, 1, 3. Alright, so we're done with that one. Alright, so let's do the second row. Alright, so these guys will never change. So I'll just go ahead and put those in. Alright. Then we multiply 1 by 2.6, added to that is 0. Right? Multiply 3 by 2.6, so that's going to be what? So 2.6 times 3. So that's 18, and 3 times 2 is 6, so it's 7.8. Right? So we add 7.8 to negative 5.8, so that's going to be just 2. Right? Right, then last one, and so we want to add, let's see, multiply 1 by negative 0.2, add it to 0.2, that's going to be 0. which is what we wanted, right? We multiply 3 by negative 0.2, so it's going to be negative 0.6. Added to negative 3.4 would be negative 4. All right, so we can see that therefore we know the solution shows up right here. All right, so this is the solution right there. All right, so x1 comma x2 comma x3 is equal to negative 4 comma 2 comma 3. Right, so that is the solution here. All right, so let's type it in. All right, so we have, let's see, what was the answer? I think it was a negative 4.23. All right, so let's type it in. Let's see, oops, here. Negative 4, and 2, and 3. All right, so let's check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.